Okay, fine. So this is game 375, right? And the player orders are Samanway, followed by Alok, followed by Ravi, followed by Nadeem, right? So we are good to go, I think. We can start with round one. Okay, so first set of directs to Samanway. Okay, right. Okay, deemed one of the planet's worst environmental disasters, which lake, once the fourth largest in the world, is now only 10% of its original size, shrinking at a high rate since the 1960s. In an ongoing effort in Kazakhstan to replenish the lake, the dike Kokaral was completed in 2005. By 2008, the water level had risen, salinity has dropped, and fishing has started to become viable again.
I'll say ALC.
ALC is correct, right? Okay, good start. We go to your question 2. Okay. In 1939, which artist painted portrait of Max Ernst in order to capture some ambivalences in the relationship between her and the German surrealist? Ernst's constant arrests by French and Italian police, however, put a strain on her health, eventually ending the relationship. She lived most of her life in Mexico City and was one of the last surviving participants in the surrealist movement of the 1930s.
I'll say Frida Kahlo.
Frida Kahlo is incorrect. Okay, I have to pass to Alok. Yeah, Alok.
Pass.
Okay, Ravi.
Pass.
Okay, Nadeem.
Pass.
Okay, so the answer is Leonora Carrington. Okay, Leonora Carrington is the answer. All right. Yeah, we go to Alok's set of directs. Okay, which designer was hired to be Vogue's youngest editor ever in 1970? She then joined in 1987 before establishing her own independent design salon. Ariana Grande and Victoria Beckham have worn her wedding gowns, while her evening wear has been worn by Michelle Obama. A former figure skater herself, she has also designed costumes for USA figure skaters in various Olympics. Her maternal grandfather is Fengxian clique warlord Wu Junsheng, who was killed by the Empire of Japan in the 1928 Hwanghutan incident.
Eleanor Wu.
No, that is wrong. Ravi?
Pass.
Okay. Nadeem?
Pass.
Okay. Samanway?
I feel like taking a shot. I'll say Yoko Ono.
No. All right. Okay, so the answer is Vera Wang. Okay, Vera Wang is the answer. All right. Right. So we go to your second direct, Alok.
Just 1 second. Let me just increase the size of the chat box.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, considered one of the great silent era movies, this 1925 film was inspired by events at the Klondike in northwestern Canada between 1896 and 1899 and had a famous scene where its protagonist, the lone prospector, eats a shoe out of hunger. Which film with an element in its name is this?
Gold Rush.
Gold Rush is absolutely correct, right? Charlie Chaplin's. Okay, we go to Ravi's set of directs. In season 5 of Epic Rap Battles of History, Charles Darwin was pitted against Ash Ketchum, a character from which famous media franchise? In the rap battle, Darwin insults his opponent by saying he is so ineffective he couldn't even turn 11, but his opponent retorts by saying that despite his age, he is used to winning battles.
Percy Jackson.
No. Nadeem?
Pokemon.
Pokemon is correct. All right. Ash being the character. All right. We go to your second direct. Okay. What common four-letter word referring to a state or condition of not meeting an objective became a popular meme through image macros depicting situations with unfortunate outcomes? It can also be preceded by the superlative epic and can be traced as a meme to the 16-bit scrolling shooter game Blazing Star.
Fail.
Yeah, fail is correct. Epic fail. All right. Nadeem, your set of directs coming up. Which boy band was formed when the X Factor judge Simon Cowell brought together 5 contestants who had failed to clear the bootcamp stage in the boys category and asked them to form a team and try out in the groups category instead? During the mid-2010s, they were dubbed as teen idols and were often subject to fan hysteria. The band has since broken up.
One Direction.
One Direction is correct. All right. Your second direct. Business Insider published a list of 17 equations that changed the course of history in 2014. One of the 17 equations is the normal probability distribution, which has the familiar bell curve graph to the left, ubiquitous in statistics. This is because it describes the behavior of large groups of independent processes. It is named after Carl Friedrich Gauss and which other polymath, a Normandy-born man known for his work Celestial Mechanics.
Pass. Can't remember.
Okay, Alok.
Pass.
Okay, Ravi.
Laplace.
Laplace is correct. Good answer there. Okay, Pierre-Simon Laplace. We go to round 2 now, right? Now we are done with round 1. Samanway, your set of directs. What term is given to the area surrounding the gate areas of a terminal, generally used for parking and maintenance of planes? It is sometimes used interchangeably with words like ramp, flight line, and tarmac. The term we are looking for is used for an object in the kitchen and also features in theater jargon. Yeah, 10 seconds.
I'll say spatula.
No. Alok?
Apron. A-P-R-O-N.
Yeah, apron is correct. Okay, apron. Yeah. So in theater jargon, it refers to a projecting strip of stage for playing scenes in front of the curtain. All right. We go to your second direct. The Sherlock Holmes novel, A Study in Scarlet, is considered to be the first work of detective fiction to incorporate what device as an investigation tool. This device can be seen in the logo of the quiz panel show, Quite Interesting or QI.
I'll say Romana Clef, a key, basically.
Sorry?
I'll say Romana Clef, which is a key. I mean, like.
Yeah. Okay. No. All right. Alok?
The magnifying glass.
Yeah, magnifying glass is correct. All right, magnifying glass. Okay, so Alok, your set of directs coming up. Okay. One of the 17 equations that change the world is the dash transform, essential to understanding more complex wave structures like human speech. It is at the heart of modern signal processing and analysis and data compression, and is named after which Burgundy-born mathematician, also credited sometimes with discovering the greenhouse effect.
Fourier transform. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing it.
Yeah, Fourier is correct. Absolutely. All right. So Jean-Baptiste Joseph Fourier, all right, is his full name. Your second direct. More than one game show across the world is named after which friendly forward phrase that is traditionally said by gamers after completing a competitive match. This phrase can also be used sarcastically. The short form is also the name of a Sydney-based esports influencer academy startup founded by Jacqueline Garrett.
Good game, well played.
Yeah, good game, well played is correct. Good answer there. GGWP being the acronym. Okay. So we go to Ravi's set of directs. Sorry. Yeah. In Canada, what name is given to the offspring or a descendant of a French Canadian and a Native American, deriving from the French term for mixed blood? They are one of the groups of Canadian indigenous people mentioned in the Canadian Constitution, First Nations and Inuit being the other two. Louis Riel belongs to this group, and the term shares its name with the Titan goddess who counseled Zeus.
Ria?
No. Nadeem?
Pass.
Okay. Samanway?
I'll pass to.
Okay. Alok?
Pass.
Okay. So this is Metis. Okay. Metis, M-E-T-I-S. Okay. All right. Your second direct. Who started his musical journey with a boy band called Take That, leaving in 1996 to embark on a solo career. Having missed the 2012 Olympics closing ceremony where Take That performed as it coincided with the birth of his child, he performed at the 2018 FIFA World Cup opening ceremony in Russia.
Justin Timberlake.
No. Nadeem?
Robbie Williams.
Yeah, Robbie Williams is correct. Okay, good answer. We go to Nadeem's set of directs. Which term has been used for a long time to describe a fast-paced close quarters battle between multiple opponents? Its origin in air combat can be traced to the latter years of World War I. The first written reference to the modern-day usage of the word is seen in an account of the death of the Red Baron from May 1918.
Pass.
Okay, Samanway?
I'll take a shot and say dogfight.
Yeah, dogfight is correct. All right, good answer. We go to your second direct. Okay, the Ghanaian cedi and the King of Papua New Guinea are currencies that get their Kina of Papua New Guinea are currencies that get their names from the local words for what objects? These objects were used for similar purposes in the past since they were easily identifiable, durable, and convenient. It was also used in the Indian subcontinent at some point and now denotes a word simply meaning money.
Um,
10 seconds.
objects.
Yeah.
Seashells, right? Like cowries.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, that is correct. Okay, seashells. All right, shells or cowrie. All right, so that is correct. Yeah, so we go to round 3, right? So at the end of round 2, right, Alok leading with 5 points, followed by Nadeem with 4, and Samanway and Ravi both are on 2, right? Very early time. We start round 3 with Samanway again, your set of directs. Okay. In season 3 of Epic Rap Battles of History, 4 Italian artists who call themselves fathers of the Renaissance face off against which group from pop culture? Go ahead and hate cause we'll just skate on by. The quartet says to the artists and then compare the Leaning Tower of Pisa to a tower made of pizza, which is their favorite food.
I'll say TNNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja.
Yeah, correct.
Teenage
Yeah,
Mutant
that is
Ninja
correct.
Turtles.
Yeah, that is correct. All right, absolutely. We go to your second direct. Throughout his professional career, Muhammad Ali lost only 5 times, which Jamaican-Canadian boxer defeated Muhammad Ali in his last boxing fight in the city of Nassau, Bahamas. This boxer would later go on to hold the heavyweight title for a few months in 1986, before losing it to Mike Tyson.
I'll pass. I just like.
Okay, Ravi.
Pass.
Okay, Alok.
George Foreman.
No. Nadeem.
Um,
Yeah. Do you have an answer?
Holmes.
No. All right. So this is Trevor Berbick. Okay.
Yeah,
Trevor
yeah.
Berbick is the answer. All right. So we go to Alok's directs. Yeah. Many works by illustrator Gerda Wegener were inspired by which person? Her partner from 1904 to 1930. This Danish painter born Einar Wegener was among the first few recipients of sex reassignment surgery. The 2015 film The Danish Girl is loosely inspired by this painter's tribulations. After moving to Dresden, she changed her surname to honor the river that flows through the city.
And you?
No. Ravi?
Pass.
Okay. Samanway?
No, I'll pass.
Okay. Nadeem?
Pass.
Pass. Okay.
Not
So this-
Varga, right?
No, this is Elbe, ELBE.
LB. Yeah.
LB.
Right. So
Yeah.
yeah,
What starts with E is
yeah. So her name was Lily Elbe.
Lily LB. Yeah.
All right. So we go to your second direct, Alok. Which Netflix original series deals with the exploits of a man who is inspired by the adventures of a master thief created by Maurice Leblanc in the early 1900s?
Why do I get all these French names? Lupin or Lupin or however
Yeah,
it's pronounced.
that is correct. Yeah, Lupin. Right. Okay. We go to Ravi's set of directs. What part of the brain that helps regulate emotion and decision making was named by German physiologist Carl Friedrich Burdach? Burdach also popularized the term biology, called this pair of nuclei clusters so because it looked like almonds. The subgenus that includes almonds also has this name.
Uh,
10 seconds.
Prefrontal cortex.
No. Samanway?
I'll pass. 2 guesses.
Okay. Nadeem?
Pass.
Okay. Alok?
Pass.
Okay. So this is amygdala. Okay. Amygdala is the answer. Almond, the scientific name is Prunus amygdalus. Okay. All right. So we go to your second direct. Okay, Khorzin is a desert island having a length of 13.5 kilometers and a maximum width of 0.8 kilometer. It is located in the central portion of which lake, the largest lake in Kazakhstan. Interestingly, the lake's western part is freshwater, while the eastern half is saline. The lake has transformed into a watershed point and site assembly point for the Semipalatinsk nuclear test site, the Sarishagan military test site, and the Baikonur space station.
Kuryatan.
No. Samanway?
Pass.
Okay. Nadeem?
Pass.
Alok?
Lake Balkhash.
Balkhash is correct. All right. Good answer there. Okay. All right. So we go to Nadeem's set of directs. Yeah. Which English fashion designer with an incredibly famous father was close creative director until 2001 before launching her eponymous fashion house? Her designs include a collaboration with Taylor Swift for her album Lover and the costumes for Team Great Britain in the 2012 and 2016 Olympics. Full name, please.
Pass.
Okay. Ravi.
Pass.
Okay. Samanway.
I'll take a shot. Full name Stella McCartney.
Yeah, Stella McCartney is correct. All right. Good one there. We go to your second direct, Nadeem.
Yeah.
Arthur Conan Doyle's Sherlock Holmes short stories were first published in which magazine? This publication that ran from 1891 to 1950 was named after the London thoroughfare of which its offices were located.
Pass.
Okay, Ravi?
Strand magazine.
Yeah, the Strand is correct. All right. So we are done with round 3. We move to round 4. Samanway set of directs. Compared to Stranger Things by fans and critics, which Netflix original series begins with the search for a missing child in the fictional town of Winden, as the mystery unravels, the insidious pasts of various characters are revealed.
Riverdale?
No, Ravi.
Pass.
Okay, Nadeem.
Castle Rock.
No, Alok.
Dark.
Dark is correct. Okay, dark is the answer.
Stupid.
All right.
What am I?
Winden was there, right?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
bad.
Stupid. Yeah.
So your second direct, Samanway. What part of the brain, whose job is to protect the central nervous system, gets its name from the Greek for membrane? In mammals, it includes the dura mater, the arachnoid mater, and the pia mater. A dangerous bacterial infection gets its name derived from it too, since it forces the swelling of this very brain part.
I'll say cerebellum.
No, Ravi.
Meninges.
Yeah, meninges is correct.
Meningitis. Yeah.
Yeah, meningitis. Yeah. Okay. So we go to Alok's set of directs now. What one-word term is often used to describe the 57 consecutive nights of bombing on London and other English locations by the German Luftwaffe during the Second World War? These bombings first began on 7th September 1940.
Blitz.
Yeah, the Blitz is correct. All right. Your second direct. In the largest city of a particular country, at a place that translates to White Waters Ridge, most of the country's gold deposits were discovered. Eventually, the local word for ridge lent its name to the country's currency. Which currency are we talking about?
Rand, from Witwatersrand Rand.
Correct, absolutely correct there. Okay, and from South Africa. We go to Ravi's set of directs now. Not to be confused with fans of a rock band, what term used in the aviation industry refers to an off-duty employee of an airline traveling in a passenger seat. It is commonly used for an airline to transport its crew to another city so they can be positioned for work assignment at another destination.
Deadhead.
Yeah, deadhead is correct. All right. We go to your second direct. Based on a Matthew Quick novel, this film became the first since 1981's Reds to be Oscar nominated for the 4 acting categories. The lead actress became the second youngest to win a Best Actress Oscar. Which film featuring an element in its name that also stars Robert De Niro and Anupam Kher is this?
Silver Lining Playbook.
Yeah, Silver Lining Playbook is correct. Right, Jennifer Lawrence being the actress. Nadeem, your set of directs. What is the Caribbean Hindustani word for Caribbean people of mixed African and South Asian descent, especially in Guyana, Suriname, and Trinidad and Tobago? It derives from a word meaning two throats and has pejorative connotations. Some people who belong to this group are Nicki Minaj and Kamala Harris.
Pass.
Okay, Samanway.
I'll pass.
Okay, Ravi.
Pass.
Okay, Alok. Yeah, do you have an answer?
Dugla.
Yeah, Dogla is correct.
Hmm.
Okay,
I'll
all right, yeah. So Dogla, it comes from Dogala, right? Two throats. All right. So we go to your second direct, Nadeem. Who defeated Muhammad Ali in a fight for multiple heavyweight titles at the Hilton Hotel in Las Vegas on 15th Feb 1978. He was an Olympic gold medalist in 1976 and was fighting only his 8th professional fight when he defeated Ali. His brother Michael was also an Olympic champion.
Spinks.
Yeah, that is correct. Okay, Leon Spinks.
Leon
Surname,
Spinks.
yeah, surname is acceptable here. So yeah, so we are halfway down the game, and Alok having quite a good lead right now with 11, followed by Ravi at 6, Nadeem at 5, and Samanway with 4. Okay, so we start the second half, round 5. So Samanway, your first direct. Which ponytailed German fashion designer is known for his eponymous fashion label as well as his work with Fendi and Chappell? Equally iconic was his own look of signature white hair, black sunglasses, gloves, and starched detachable collars. He once declared that he would marry his cat Shupe if it were legal.
Karl Lagerfeld.
Yeah, Karl Lagerfeld is correct. All right, we go to your second direct. Based on a play by Joseph Kesselring, this 1944 black comedy film involves the use of elderberry wine spiked with strychnine, cyanide, and a toxic metalloid to dispose of unsuspecting victims. Which film with an element in its title is this? It features a character who believes he is President Theodore Roosevelt.
Arsenic and the Old Lace.
Yeah, Arsenic and the Old Lace is correct. Good answer there. We go to Alok's directs. Yeah, 3T is a boy band comprising siblings Turiano, Edaril Taj, Daril Edren, and Tito Joe. Their father Tito was a member of which classic quintet in the same genre?
The Jackson 5.
Yeah, Jackson 5 is correct. All right. Second direct for you. Okay, which Asian lake has a name translating to warm lake? It is called so since it never freezes despite being surrounded by the snow-capped Tian Shan mountain range. It is the second largest mountain lake in the world behind Lake Titicaca in South America. Ten seconds.
Lake Baikal.
No, Ravi.
Pass.
Okay, Samanway.
I'll pass.
Okay, Nadeem.
Songmo Lake.
No.
Zongshan or something?
Yeah. So this is Isikul. Okay, Isikul. The name of the lake is. I'll just paste the answer. All right. We go to Ravi's set of directs. Which company built the world's first purpose-built operational fighter aircraft, the FB-5, which saw action in December 1914? This famous name in British engineering was founded in 1828, also gives its name to a test used to check hardness of materials. Ten seconds.
Moose.
No. Samanway.
That was my guess as well. I'll pass.
Okay. Nadeem.
Pass.
Okay. Alok.
Pass.
Okay. So this is Vickers. Okay. Vickers. The test being Vickers Armstrong. All right. We go to your second direct. Okay, one of the 17 equations that change the world is this set of 4 differential equations that describe the behavior of and the relationship between electricity and magnetism. This set is the foundation of classical electromagnetism and is named after which Scotland-born physicist who also gives its name to a massif on the Ishtar-Terra of Venus?
Maxwell.
Yeah, Maxwell is correct. James Clerk Maxwell. Nadeem, your set of directs coming up. Famed photographer Alfred Stieglitz released many portraits of which painter, his wife for 22 years, recognized as the mother of American modernism. Her works alternated between close-ups of flowers, New York skyscrapers, and New Mexico landscapes.
Georgia O'Keeffe.
Yeah, Georgia O'Keeffe is correct. Good answer there. Your second direct. Okay, based on a poorly translated phrase from the opening cutscene of the video game Zero Wing, which 6 to 7 word phrase has been alluded to on online media by people or entities as diverse as YouTube, Elon Musk, and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez in different contexts.
Pass.
Okay, Samanway.
I'll pass.
Okay, Ravi.
All your bases are belong to us.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, all your base are belong to us, or all your base belong to us. All right, so we start round 6 now. All right. Samanway, your set of directs coming up. In 1998, just as the Irish boy band Westlife was becoming popular, which Boyzone frontman was appropriately roped in to co-manage the band, this pop singer is also known for his version of the song When You Say Nothing at All.
Ronan Keating?
Yeah, Ronan Keating is correct. All right, we go to your second direct. What name was given to the American volunteer pilots who flew in the French Air Force during World War I? It is appropriately named after Gilbert du Motier, a French aristocrat and military officer who fought in the American Revolutionary War.
Gilmore.
No. Ravi?
Lafayette.
Yeah, Lafayette is correct. Good answer. Lafayette Flying Corps. We go to Alok's set of directs. Okay. What name is given to people of French and other European origin who were born or lived in Algeria during French rule from 1830 to 1962? The term derives from the French word for black foot and could refer to the black boots worn by this group. Some people who belong to this group are Albert Camus, Jacques Derrida, and Yves Saint Laurent.
Another French word. B-E-U-R, Beur, or however it's pronounced.
No. All right. Samanway.
I'll pass.
Okay. Ravi.
Pied-à-terre.
Sorry.
Pied-à-terre.
No. All right. Nadeem.
Pass.
Okay. Yeah. So Ravi's answer was quite close. It is Pied Noir. Okay. Pied Noir is the answer. All right. Alok's directs. Second direct, sorry. Yeah. What part of the brain that relays sensory signals to the cerebral cortex and regulates processes like consciousness, sleep, and alertness gets its name from the Greek for inner chamber? The same word is used in the myth of Odysseus as the unmovable bridal chamber in the innermost part of his house. Like that bedchamber, this part exists in the center of the brain.
Cerebellum.
No. Samanway.
This should be cerebrum.
No. Nadeem.
Cerebro.
No. All right. Ravi?
Pass.
Okay. So this is thalamus. Okay, thalamus is the answer. All right. Yeah, we'll go to Ravi's set of directs. Which Italian fashion designer rose to popularity around the 1980s with his vivid colors and bold prints? Much of his aesthetic derived inspiration from Greco-Roman classical art, history, and myth. A 2018 limited series by FX revolved around his 1997 murder.
Versace.
Versace is correct. All right. We go to your second direct. Who defeated Muhammad Ali on 31st March 1973 in a 12-round split decision loss for the heavyweight title in San Diego? Ali was the runaway favorite following 10 successive victories and was expected to breeze through against his opponent, a former Marine. Ali would, however, lose to his then relatively unknown rival.
Foreman.
No. Samanway?
Joe Frazier.
No. Nadeem?
Pass.
Okay. Alok?
Pass.
Okay. So this is Ken Norton. Okay. Ken Norton is the answer. We go to Nadeem's set of directs. This film jointly won the Palme d'Or at the 1979 Cannes Film Festival. It deals with the character Oscar Metzerat, who refuses to grow up and prefers to communicate via the titular instrument. Which film with an element in its title is this? It was based on a 1959 novel, the first of the author's Danzig trilogy.
Pass.
Okay, Samanway?
Tin Drum.
Yeah,
Gunter Grass.
the tin drum is correct. Good answer there. All right, we go to your second direct. Okay, which lake was one of the world's first health resorts for Herod the Great? And it has been the supplier of a wide variety of products from asphalt for Egyptian mummification to potash for fertilizers. The Jordan River is the only major water source flowing into it. To its west lies the Judean Mountains, while along its southwestern side is a halide mineral formation called Mount Sodom.
Sea of Galilee.
No. Samanway?
Dead Sea.
Dead Sea is correct. Okay, Dead Sea. All right, so we go to round 7, the penultimate round. Okay, so Alok leading with 12, Ravi closely following with 10, Samanway at 9, Nadeem with 6, right? So quite a close game still. 16 more questions to go. We start round 7 now. Samanway, your directs. One of the 17 equations that change the world is the polyhedra formula, which states that for somewhat well-behaved polyhedron, if you add the vertices and faces together and subtract the edges, you will always get 2. Represented as v plus f minus e equals 2, which Basel-born mathematician is this formula named after? He founded the study of graph theory and topology.
Euclid.
No. Alok?
Gauss.
No. Ravi?
Euler.
Euler is correct. All right.
Euler.
Yeah, so yeah, correct. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, we go to your second direct. Which short word used in gaming is, according to Merriam-Webster, derived from and a lot like another common word that means to have power or mastery over someone? Not easily pronounced at first glance, it can also be used as a noun by appending the suffix age.
Something like MNOM or something.
No. Okay, no. All right. Nadeem?
Pass.
Okay. Alok?
Tone. TWN.
Yeah,
How
correct.
about-
That is correct. Okay, pawn. All right, or peon. Okay. We go to Alok's set of directs. In season 4 of Epic Rap Battles of History, Romeo and Juliet confront which famous duo in their rap battle who mention that they hail from the American South and know how to handle disrespect. In the course of the battle, Romeo asks if he should draw his sword or if his opponents will duck their chicken shit ass back into their Ford, referencing a vehicle that was used by this duo.
Helma and Louise.
No, Nadeem?
Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, Bonnie and Clyde is correct. All right. Second direct to you, Alok. In the Sherlock Holmes short story collection, His Last Bow, it is revealed that the famous detective has retired from solving mysteries and instead practices what job as his primary profession. Practitioners of this job use protective clothing and a smoker to keep their aggressive subjects at bay.
A beekeeper. He's a beekeeper.
Yeah, beekeeper is correct. All right. We go to Ravi's set of directs now. Okay, from 1976 to 1988, who was German performance artist Frank Uwe Lassiepen, better known as Ule, in a relationship with? At her 2010 MoMA retrospective, she performed The Artist is Present, in which she shared a period of silence with each stranger who sat in front of her. However, she had a deeply emotional reaction sitting opposite Ule, the video of which went viral.
Yoko Ono?
No. Nadeem?
Pass.
Okay, Samanway?
I'll pass.
Okay, Alok?
Pass.
Okay, so this is Marina Abramovich. Okay, the artist's name is Marina Abramovich. All right. We go to your second direct. People would often shave off edges from coins minted from precious metals to create new coins. To combat this, several countries introduced coins with serrated edges. The name of what Southeast Asian currency therefore has origins in the word jagged. It is divided into 100 sen.
Ringgit?
Yeah, ringgit is correct. All right. Malaysia's currency. We go to Nadeem's directs. Which show, the first Portuguese language Netflix original series, is set in an unspecified future where 20-year-old individuals of the impoverished inland have a single opportunity to complete the process and advance to the affluence of the distant offshore society. The show is titled to reflect the very low success rate of these individuals.
Pass.
Okay, passes to Samanway.
I'll pass.
Okay, Ravi.
Pass.
Okay, Alok.
Pass.
So this is 3%. Okay, name of the show is 3%.
Right.
Nadeem, your second direct. On a flight, what 6-letter word is used for the head flight attendant responsible for overseeing the attendants, making sure travelers are taken care of and that detailed reports are kept as a log? The role or term originated in the need for an official in charge of expenditure and was Nirja Bhanot's designation while saving passengers on Pan Am Flight 73 in 1986.
Pass.
Okay, Samanway.
I'll pass.
Okay, Ravi.
Purser?
Yeah, purser or head purser, that is correct. All right, so we go to the last round now, right? So Alok has a lead with 14, right? Closely followed by Ravi at 13. Samanway has 9 and Nadeem has 7. Okay, so last round. Samanway's directs. The 1850 US Census introduced new options when asking respondents to identify their color. You could leave the field blank if you were white or write B for black. You could also choose to write M that stood for which term which has its roots in Spanish or Portuguese for a beast of burden. The term also finds mention in Nirvana's song Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Mulatto?
Yeah, mulatto is correct. All right. We go to your second direct. What is the currency of Costa Rica? It gets its name from the Spanish variant of Christopher Columbus' name and shares its name with things anatomical and grammatical.
Colon.
Colon is correct. All right. Yeah. So we go to Alok's set of directs. Okay, what concept in its modern form was created in 1972 by Western Direct Marketing for United Airlines, where they gave out plaques and promotional material to members? Tom Stucker holds the world record with 21 million units to his credit. The concept features in the 2009 film Up in the Air, which starred George Clooney.
Air miles.
Yeah, correct. That's correct. The frequent flyer program or air miles. Second direct for you. Who defeated Muhammad Ali for the first time in a professional fight on 8 March 1971 when these two giants of heavyweight boxing met in the ring at Madison Square Garden? In a clash dubbed the fight of the century, Ali lost the epic 15-round battle in a unanimous decision on points.
Joe Frazier.
Yeah, Joe Frazier is correct, absolutely. 2-on-2 there. So Ravi, your set of directs now. Which South Korean Netflix series is about a Shaibol heiress who, while paragliding in Seoul, is swept up in a sudden storm and ends up in the North Korean portion of the DMZ, where she meets a captain in the Korean People's Army. Officially, it is the second highest rated drama in Korean TV history.
Pass.
Okay, Nadeem.
Pass.
Okay, Samanway.
Pass.
Okay, Alok.
Crash Landing on You.
Yeah, Crash Landing on You is correct. All right. We go to your second direct. Okay. The protagonist of which TV show lives at 221 Baker Street, apartment B, Princeton, New Jersey, as a tribute to Sherlock Holmes' residential address? Like Holmes, this protagonist is also excellent at deducing mysteries, albeit of a different kind.
House.
Yeah, House is correct. House MD. All right, so we go to the last two questions for Nadeem. Okay, what part of the brain associated with short and long-term memory gets its name from the Latin for seahorse? It is not surprising then that in isolation, this thing looks like a seahorse and the animal's genus name is the name as the same name as the name of this brain part.
Hippocampus.
Yeah, hippocampus is correct. All right, good one. And the last question. Okay, in season 6 of Epic Rap Battles of History, which scientist does Thanos go up against in a rap duel between the two pre-springing world destroyers? The scientist says that he creates chain reactions when he is lyrical and the destroyer of worlds. Thanos retorts by saying that the scientist is a communist pariah and pencil-pushing Terran who never learned to love his bomb.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah, Oppenheimer is correct, absolutely. Okay, so that is the end of the quiz. So Alok wins with 17, followed by Ravi with 14, Samanway with 11, and Nadeem with 9. Okay, so thank you, everyone. Right?
What was that line? Good game.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
game.
well played.
Good game,
Good game, well played.
Good game, well played. Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Bye. Bye. Good night.
Bye.
guys.
Good night. Yeah, good night, everyone.
Bye.